Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. West Asia situation is worrisome, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he flags economic and security risks from the crisis. GHADC unanimously passes ST certificate bill. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma hails move and terms it historic. Government awaits Prime Minister's availability for Shillong Medical College launch and talks is on to finalize inauguration date, says Health Minister Wailat Shilla. And government targets 250 doctors annually to fill gap as Meghalaya faces 70% shortage of specialist doctors. The news in detail, and first the local news. The bill mandating a scheduled tribe or ST certificate for contesting council elections was unanimously passed on Monday during a special session of the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council today. The session held at the District Council Hall in Tura was summoned under Rule 36(5) of the Assam and Meghalaya Autonomous Districts Constitution of District Councils Rules 1951. With the passage of the bill, it is now mandatory for all candidates contesting GHADC elections to possess a valid ST certificate.
I submit, next question and level here. Thank you, Tera and
An air of excitement swept through Tura town on Monday as large numbers of people turned out to celebrate the unanimous decision taken by the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council during a special session today. The House unanimously passed a bill mandating that candidates contesting council elections must possess a valid scheduled tribe certificate. Hailing the move as historic, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said the decision reinforces the core purpose of district councils as institutions meant to safeguard the interests of tribal communities. He added that it fulfills a long-pending demand that had remained unaddressed for over 7 decades.
Autonomous District Council. The House, in fact, today a historic resolution, or rather an amendment to for any to have an ST certificate. This is truly and a very councils have already and hence and this was something that demand 74 years. None of the district councils were able to do this, but I'm happy to see that today we have come to this very historic decision, and I'm sure that all non-tribal friends who are there will understand that it's always meant for the parts of the region of work together to ensure we take and the entire state and the region forward.
The formal inauguration of College is awaiting the availability of Prime Minister Modi or State Health Minister Wailat Miki and Union Health Ministry, but were postponed due to issues. He added that efforts are ongoing to finalize a new date, with the government keen to hold the inauguration soon, as the first MBBS session is already underway.
See, because as we, or not only you, all of us, expecting to see, because this is one of the kind of long aspiration of the people of the. So that's why we want to do it in a big way. So the people should realize the importance of this. So that's why we are expecting either PM or our Union Health Minister should come and maybe a couple of times where they have so, but later on we have to cancel it. So even so, we are in the discussion because either PM or Union Health Minister what we do. So we are waiting for the finalization as soon as possible, because we don't want also to delay so much, because as we all know the session is already started. So no doubt we are as soon as possible, whenever they can give us time. We are continuously in touch with them.
Health Minister Wailat Miki Shilla has admitted that Meghalaya is facing a major shortage of specialist doctors, with nearly 70% of posts vacant. He noted that while generals are sufficient, specialists are scarce due to reluctance to take up government and rural postings. To address the gap, is focusing on and expanding medical education to institutions like Shillong Medical Purno A Sangma Medical College, post Tura Medical aims to produce annually to ease the shortage in the coming years.
I cannot give you the exact number. I can just say that I think out of only 30% we could fill. Almost 70% of the in the this category. In order to gap also, we are sending short-term courses to our doctors also in order to bridge that gap. But generally, I think we need, this is I think a topic where we need to sit and really discuss about this, why the specialists are hesitant to join in the state. The government is thinking about all this, so we are coming up with medical college, because which is very important. We need to produce more doctors from our state in order to solve this problem. So that's why we have Shillong Medical College. Now we have the Purno Sangma Medical College, where we also tie up, we have some seat there. And then hopefully this year we are planning to start with the Tura Medical College. So after all this, I think more or less, if everything goes well, so we'll get around 200 to 250 doctors every year.
The United Democratic Party has said it is open to backing a common candidate of the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance 2 for the upcoming Shillong parliamentary by-election, but a final decision is pending. UDP General Secretary Titos Tarwal Khan said the party will hold internal discussions before taking a call, stressing the need for a capable candidate over party considerations. The by-election was necessitated following the demise of former MP Dr. Ricky A. A decision on poll dates.
Pinataro kemerkasyon ng parti di banray, mga marway lang yung pedang ni kentay. Beli kata gede on hiru ka baso posongnya mo bandon tang uy kandidat, common kandidat. Pinray kaniru kawan haju ngila ju praktis ya ni. Buon seligi election pengiju say atau common kandidat jongka nang ta common kandidat bakong takas ta. Takadaw mo ang iba explore ba inile ibiang namar bangin di mo da kajing da kajing start kum bakila pen i da kajing start sisa sedong bunyi isya ba belum mobil dari muka kadu no apa pun so sekarang bahkan ikan tiru ni yo iburi ubah banyak kuat dia say ladam de ko maulu banyak kuat nambah kalau kajing mentoy kemudian dengan taki polka kajing mentoy ada.
They stepped up food safety system while at MEGHALAYA skilled manpower are key pillars. Technical session at advanced testing systems including an automated water, reducing testing time significantly. Announced approval of R&D center worth crore. Officials highlighted that improved while also addressing contamination risks.
Another important capacity building through costing.
As we know, food safety is not a regulatory requirement, it is a fundamental public health priority. Increasing complexity in food safety, the role of testing, surveillance has become more. A strong food system has three key pillars: laboratory infrastructure, human resources, active coordination among stakeholders. Like yours play a central role in ensuring that food is safe, high of
ecosystem. These entrepreneurs, are based economy. This ecosystem is very important. See, our entire food system should be really good. We'll be able to generate value around our food systems, whether it is America, thus
The District Child Protection Unit East and West Assam Hills organized a Mairang on child protection laws, including the Juvenile Justice Act 2015 and the POCSO Act 2012. Held at Tirot Singh Safeguards for Children under 18 and issues related to abuse and welfare. Officials and resource persons highlighted key provisions of child protection and labor laws with participation from local residents, including women and elders.
Right to protection, kami offers kadang kibay anut na school kiba ini kinala ni sekiwa fisa jadi ini beti kubor ha finika yang ikut jom fikum no begin niada lebih kita
Community and Rural Development Minister Sosthenes Sotun on Monday urged citizens to take collective responsibility for protecting water sources and the environment. Speaking at Jal Mahotsav 2026, marking World Water Day in Maudiangdiang, he said water conservation should not be left to the government alone. Highlighting concerns over declining public responsibility, he stressed the need to preserve Meghalaya's water sources despite abundant rainfall. The program, held under the Jal Jeevan Mission, aimed to promote awareness on safe and sustainable drinking water.
Jaga dikasih. Kilong syua. Dan sawan kepada Manipur dan Suri. Aku pergi ke Makra. Kata kamu, lambat pangai seman. Lima apa dia lain? Bentar.
We don't come make the awareness, keep prepare. Come. Hakabi day, but kajing pensak penek. Ya kita long Lale ya kajing penkuit. Ya kita long But ngalayas ngawi kajing keren. Nahirang basnong jongka mau kasiang. Iba kajingken kajing I galawan nadu kadonut. Alor kajing sokya kajing I. Ya kajing bom kitkli. Lali ya kajing bom shimkya. Hakane kajuk ka pemerintah. Perkatang ya ka malade. Henry
Hearing Department West Jal Arpan Commissioner Himanayak stressed the community responsibility water sources due to urbanization.
Your feedback into the master plan at the and for VWSC members
An awareness program on substance abuse was held at Silen Secondary School in Jalapet, East Giant Hills to educate students on the dangers of drug use. Organized by the Meetmintudu Community Social Welfare Association in collaboration with the District School Education Officer, the initiative focused on prevention and community awareness. Speakers highlighted rising substance abuse among youth and stressed the need for early intervention and informed choices.
One by sex, second by trans.
Happy, have used clear happy.
One by sex, second by trans.
The Assam Rifles Commanders Conference was held in Shillong under the chairmanship of Lieutenant General Vikash Lakhera, Director General of Assam Rifles. He commended personnel for their performance and stressed the need to ensure security along the Indo-Myanmar border and in Kashmir, urging preparedness for future challenges. The conference focused on enhancing operational capabilities, including induction of modern equipment and strengthening training initiatives. Awards under the Raj Bhasha Shil Yojana were also presented to top-performing units. Now moving on to the regional news. Filing of nominations for assembly elections in Assam, Kerala and Puducherry ended today. Polling will be held in a single phase on April 9, with scrutiny scheduled tomorrow and withdrawal of candidature by March 26. Counting of votes will take place on May 4th. The term of the 126-member Assam Assembly ends on May 20th. Meanwhile, a training session for polling officials was conducted in Dibrugarh, covering procedures such as setting up polling stations, mock polls and proper use of voting machines.
So, that observers are फील्ड में आपको ही काम करना है ऑन द डे ऑफ पोलिंग है जो पहले किया है ड्यूटी ओके तो मैं आपसे क्या करना पड़ता है गुड मॉक पोल और मॉक पोल करने के बाद क्या करना पड़ता है दबाना है समझ रहे हैं ना डी
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Monday said the Congress should introspect over its inability to retain senior leaders instead of blaming others. He was reacting to remarks by Assam Congress President Gaurav Gogoi, who criticized turncoats and alleged that the BJP in the state is being run by former Congress leaders. The exchange follows recent defections of senior Congress leaders Pradyut Bordoloi and Bhupen Bora to the BJP, further intensifying the political war of words.
पूरा भारत का जो राजनीति है वो तो कांग्रेस से ही शुरुआत हुए थे बट क्वेश्चन यही है आप लोगों को कांग्रेस में क्यों नहीं रुकवा सका आप अपने आप ही बोल रहे हैं कि मैं फेलर हूं कोई बोलेगा कि मेरा ही लोग जाके अलग पार्टी में है मतलब मैं लीडर होने का योग्य ही नहीं हूं ऐसा तो दुनिया में मैं नेता खुद पहला बार देखा हूं जो खुद ही बोल रहा है कि मैं लोगों को रख नहीं सकता हूं ऐसा तो दुनिया में कोई नेता हमने जीवन में नहीं देखा
Security forces were deployed outside the residence of Kuki Zo Council Chairman Henlian Thanglet after a mob allegedly attempted to storm his house. The crowd was later dispersed. The development came a day after Manipur Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchan Singh held a meeting with the Kuki Zo Council in Guwahati, marking their first engagement since the 2023 ethnic violence in Manipur. The council raised concerns over inter-community tensions, justice for victims and continuation of buffered zones until a political settlement. The Chief Minister outlined steps taken to restore order while the meeting ended without any agreement. Now for the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday termed the situation in West Asia as and worrisome of economic security and humanitarian challenges for India. Addressing the Lok Sabha, he said the conflict impacts global trade routes, energy supplies and the large Indian diasporas in the region. He highlighted disruptions in shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, affecting crude oil and fertilizer. The minister said over 3.75 have returned safely, including nearly 1,000 is closely monitored safety.
भारत व्यापक व्यापारिक रिश्ते हैं जिससे युद्ध हो रहा है दूसरे देशों कच्चे तेल और गैस की हमारी जरूरतों का एक बड़ा हिस्सा यही क्षेत्र पूरा करता है। हमारे लिए ये रीजन एक और कारण से भी अहम है। लगभग 1 करोड़ भारतीय खाड़ी देशों में रहते हैं और वहां काम करते हैं। युद्ध शुरू होने के बाद से लेकर अब तक 3,75,000 से अधिक भारतीय सुरक्षित भाग चुके हैं। लगभग 1,000 सुरक्षित वापस लौटे हैं।
Dr. S.J. Shankar today highlighted between India and Russia a conference on their evolving bilateral agenda. He said ties rooted in trust and mutual respect continue to support regional and global stability. Recent high engagement by Vladimir Putin expanded cooperation both boost annual trade to $100 billion by 2030. Jay Shankar also noted growing cultural and people-to-people ties and stressed deeper collaboration in a multipolar world through platforms like the G20 and the UN.
India and Russia share a privileged strategic partnership and mutual respect. For decades, our mutually cooperation has advanced regional and global peace, stability and progress. In today's evolving geopolitical dynamics, our engagement continues to deepen, driven by frequent high-level exchanges. The last Putin to India in December 2020 new ground covering diverse and novel areas, including mobility of skilled professionals, health and food safety, maritime cooperation, fertilizers, customs and commerce, academic and media cooperation. Both sides are committed to annual trade from US $68.7 billion to US $100 billion by 2030 in a balanced, sustainable manner.
Moving on to the international. Israel has launched with Tehran warning of retaliation, escalating tensions in the global energy crisis. Were reported in Tehran. Saudi Arabia, Emirates intercepted energy agency said these 40 oil and gas facilities have been damaged since the conflict. The crisis has intensified with disruptions, raising concerns over global energy supplies. Civilian casualties have also been reported in multiple Iranian cities. On other fronts, strikes and counter-strikes continues in Lebanon and Israel, while the United States warned of strong action if key ships remain blocked. And now moving on to the sports news. Mero from Arunachal Pradesh in the women's throw F12 category at the National Para Athletics Championship 2026 in Bhubaneswar. She also broke her own national record, highlighting her consistency and excellence. Meanwhile, Techi Mehta secured silver in the women's 400-meter T13 category. Meanwhile, Arunachal Deputy Chief Minister Chauna Main congratulated both the athletes and praised their achievements.
13.80 meter. Suchitra Parira receiving the gold medal for the performance of 17.80 meter. Give a big round of applause to women javelin coming years. The second runner-up.
First, let's take a look at the weather in Tura. First, let's take a report in Tura. Temperature was recorded at 70, maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius with relative percent, and the rainfall at 0.8 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum 11 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity 70%, rainfall 4.0. While in July, the minimum humidity 77%. Rainfall was recorded at, and the forecast at many places. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. West Asia situation is, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as he flags economic and security crisis. GST certificate bill, chief sales move and term. Prime Minister available ration. And government targets 250 doctors annually to fill gap as Meghalaya faces 70% shortage. With that, we have come to the end of the news. We meet again tomorrow at the same time. And good night.